Hollywood spends millions of dollars creating the most iconic movie cars in history, and then somehow, they just lose them. Not stolen, not destroyed on camera, just gone. Some were abandoned in junkyards. Some sat forgotten in dusty barns under torn tarps. And a few went on journeys so insane, they make their own movies look boring. Today, we're diving into 10 legendary movie cars that vanished after filming Wrapped, only to resurface years, sometimes decades, later in the most unbelievable places imaginable. And trust me, number 1 is absolute madness. Number 10, the Back to the Future DeLorean that time forgot. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Turns out, you do need proper storage. Universal Studios built several DeLoreans for the Back to the Future trilogy. Most were tracked, archived, or displayed. But one specific hero car, the one used for close-up interior shots, completely disappeared after filming Wrapped in 1990. For over 20 years, nobody knew where it went. Fans assumed it had been scrapped. Some joked it actually traveled through time. Others believed Universal quietly destroyed it to avoid liability. The truth? Somehow even more ridiculous. In 2011, a California restoration shop received a call from a private collector. He had purchased what he believed was a regular DeLorean at an estate sale in the San Fernando Valley. The car was rough, but something felt off. A partially attached flux capacitor mock-up. Custom interior instrumentation identical to the film. Camera mount reinforcements hidden beneath panels. This wasn't a replica. This was the missing hero DeLorean. The car went to auction later that year and sold for roughly $500,000. Over $675,000 in today's money. That's nearly a 1,000x return on investment. Not bad for a car that couldn't even hit 88 miles per hour without help. Number 9, Mad Max's Black Interceptor. Before Tom Hardy grunted his way through the wasteland, Mel Gibson drove one of the most intimidating movie cars ever built. The Black Interceptor. This wasn't just a car, it launched a franchise. After filming Wrapped in 1979, the Falcon XB GT supposedly went to a Melbourne car museum, then vanished sometime in the 1980s. For decades, nobody knew where it was. Until 2011. A hardcore Mad Max fan named Bob Fenkel was casually browsing cars.com. Yes, really, when he spotted a suspicious Falcon with very specific modifications. He dug deeper. VIN numbers, production records, custom body details only visible in behind-the-scenes photos. It was real. Max Rockatansky's car had been hiding in plain sight. Bob bought it for about 125,000 Australian dollars, roughly 95,000 US dollars at the time. After a full restoration, the car now appears at shows worldwide and is valued at over $2 million AUD. From forgotten listing to one of the most valuable Australian muscle cars ever. Number 8, Smokey and the Bandit's Vanishing Trans Am. Universal Pictures built 4 identical Pontiac Trans Ams for Smokey and the Bandit. They destroyed 3. Those jumps? Not CGI. The surviving hero car, used for close-ups with Burt Reynolds, was supposed to be archived. Instead, it vanished faster than the Bandit running from Buford T. Justice. For nearly 30 years, nobody knew where it went. Then in 2016, a man in Florida contacted a restoration specialist about a Trans Am he inherited from his late father, a former Universal Pictures transportation coordinator. The car had been sitting in a Tampa storage unit since 1978. The only instruction his father ever gave him? Don't sell this car. After authenticating production documents and original cast signatures inside the cabin, it was confirmed. This was the hero car. It sold at auction for $450,000, roughly $560,000 today. Not bad for something that nearly disappeared into a forgotten storage unit. Number 7, the Ghostbusters Ecto-1 that nobody returned. We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. Apparently, nobody remembered where they parked it. The original Ecto-1 wasn't a prop. It was a real 1959 Cadillac ambulance bought for $4,800 and modified with over $30,000 worth of equipment. After filming and promotional tours ended in 1985, it was supposed to return to Columbia Pictures. Didn't. Someone borrowed it for an event. and just never brought it back. For over a decade, one of the most famous vehicles in cinema history was simply missing. Then in 1997, a video rental store owner in Los Angeles contacted Sony Pictures. He claimed he'd bought Ecto-1 at a studio surplus auction in 1986 for $500. Sony verified it through unique welding marks and original build documentation. They bought it back for around $50,000, restored it, and today it's valued at over $1.5 million. Even the Ghostbusters couldn't explain that one. Number 6, the Bullitt Charger that escaped oblivion. Steve McQueen, San Francisco, one of the greatest car chases ever filmed. 2 Dodge Chargers were used in Bullitt. After filming wrapped in 1968, both were considered destroyed. One supposedly was. The other disappeared. For decades, collectors searched for it. In 2002, a restoration shop in Tennessee got a call from a man who said he owned some old Charger from a movie. He'd bought it at a salvage auction in 1970 for $500. Authentication revealed reinforced suspension, camera mounts, and matching vents. It was real. One of the Bullitt Chargers had been hiding in a barn as a former daily driver. The car sold in 2015 for around $330,000. The machines from McQueen's most iconic film now rival the value of his entire estate. Number 5, the Holy Grail Bullitt's Mustang. 2 identical Highland green Mustangs were built for Bullitt. One was destroyed. The other survived. After filming, it passed through several owners before being purchased in 1974 for $6,000. Then something incredible happened. Steve McQueen himself contacted the owner and offered to buy it back. Blank check. The owner said, no. The Mustang was driven daily, then parked in a garage where it sat untouched for over 35 years. Rumors exploded, crushed, exported, lost forever. In reality, it was sitting quietly, waiting. In 2018, it was finally revealed to the world. A legend hiding in plain sight. Number 4, James Bond's forgotten BMW M1. In 2019, a British enthusiast contacted BMW Classic to authenticate a low-mileage M1 bought at an estate sale. What they found shocked everyone. Reinforced chassis, camera wiring, production codes linked to Bond. It was the hero car from For Your Eyes Only. Purchased unknowingly for a fraction of its worth, it later sold for nearly $1.2 million. A Bond car hiding in a garage for decades. Number 3, Ferris Bueller's destroyed Ferrari. The Ferrari in Ferris Bueller's Day Off wasn't destroyed. Replicas were. But the real Ferrari used for close-ups disappeared after filming. For over 20 years, it sat in a Los Angeles garage, its owner unaware of its value. In 2009, photos surfaced online. It was authenticated as the real hero car. Today, worth over $18 million. Oops. Number 2, the Lotus submarine bought for $100. The Lotus Esprit submarine from The Spy Who Loved Me was believed destroyed, until a storage unit in New York was auctioned for unpaid fees. The buyer paid $100. Inside, a rusted Lotus with fins and torpedoes. It sold years later for over $1 million. The buyer? Elon Musk. Of course. Number 1, Mad Max's true holy grail. Not the Interceptor. The Pursuit Special. Lost for 30 years. Disassembled in a barn. After restoration, it sold for $2.1 million AUD, becoming the most valuable Australian car ever sold at the time. From forgotten parts to absolute legend, these cars weren't just vehicles. They were stories waiting to be rediscovered. And if this is the kind of Hollywood mystery you love, make sure you're part of the crew. Tap that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Hit like if one of these blew your mind, and drop a comment telling me which car shocked you the most. Because some legends don't disappear. They just wait for the right moment to come back.